can't sleep. It's late. And everybody else has been asleep for hours. God, I just can't sleep. I don't know. I feel every time I go to sleep, every time I like get sunken into being tired, I just jerk right back out of it. And I thought I saw something walk into my son's room and there was nothing. I'm just being paranoid, I suppose. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna introduce you to the Jimmy. Remember when I had a Jimmy? Well, I sold that Jimmy. And that was like over a year ago at this point that I like introduced the Jimmy, the whole project car, whatever. This is a second separate Jimmy. And yeah, this is the new car thoughts. Let the car thoughts be revived. Now I have a car. So officially we can get inside of it and have some thoughts. Why don't we do that now? How the car thoughts usually work is, it's been a while, it's been a minute since I've had some car thoughts. But how this works is I sit here and I talk. I have thoughts. I am inherently in my car, usually when I have these thoughts, so I just start talking. And what we're going to do is actually today, the only objective here is to try and get myself tired enough to just go to sleep. And, well, ain't nothing like a good old downer to help us out with that one. So drink responsibly. I don't condone drinking unless you can legally do so. Anyway, let's get that out of the way. Anywho, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. 1:02 in the morning. What? I've been playing Pokemon for like 4 hours. Oh my god. I do want to talk about something that is kind of on my mind. I don't know how to talk about it at all, except for the fact that it's a fact. My mom has passed away. She passed away in 2002, and the month of April, I don't remember the exact day, unfortunately. The month of April is the month that she died, and it's this recurring theme. She died in 2002. So I was like 6 when it happened. 24 now, and that it still haunts me really bad. It's some things like, I don't even know how this recurring depression happens every year. It comes around this year, this time of year, whenever. Oh God. In January it also comes because that's like the year, the month that she was born. It happens. I acknowledge that it happens. The depressive state just kind of comes and hits really hard, and especially if I don't expect it. But it's come to my attention. I've been around some pretty decent, positive, helping me grow people throughout these past few years. They've helped me identify it as a thing, and I've since then just made it a point to acknowledge it, accept it, and get through it. Power through it. What happens, man? My mind becomes kind of blank. I just kind of I do this thing where I just sweep it all under the rug and just kind of goes everything. Everything just kind of goes with it. Like the less I think about that situation, the easier it is to deal with, honestly. So a lot of my creativity takes a hit. My thought pattern, like when I was in school, my grades would tank really, really bad, especially with it being like right there at the end of the school year. It's like, come on, let's just it's an A student all the way through, but I'd start making B's and C's, and people were like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You're not this guy. So, and with this coronavirus, this whole thing, like, God, I don't even like talking about that. Bleh. This is a thing. This is like a whole thing, and I'm not even about to use this whole, we're on lockdown now, oh God, this depression, everybody's in a depression, holy crap, feel bad for me because of some circumstance. I don't know, man. Just, it's hard. It's really hard dealing with, aside from what's going on in the world right now, to hell with what that is. Like, I have a real situation at hand that's like recurring, and coronavirus is going to be gone next year. It's going to be gone in a month just because, but this is recurring. So this is kind of hard to talk about because I haven't really talked about it in a while. Just sweeping things under the rug, and I think the best way to cure it, the best way to cope, deal with the situation at hand, the fact that Depression is real, and it hits me like a brick shithouse. The best way to handle it is to continue to be around positive people. People who know me, know the circumstance, who love me and support my decisions, and just help me make good decisions is all. I'm going to do my best to continue to create, continue to make stuff, continue to just pump. You know, I'm locked up in my house, so there's no reason for me not to pick up the camera, not to pick up a pen and paper and just make stuff. Whether that be drawing, whether it be writing, whether it be, you know, just looking for inspiration through other, you know, means of... I get my inspiration through video games, through conversation with, like, intelligent and not of this world type of people, you know what I mean? Like people who don't fall in place, like people who say, screw the man, you know, I'm gonna do my own thing type of people is where I get a lot of inspiration from. Outside, I get a lot of inspiration from, like, simply looking at bark on trees and, like, the patterns of leaves and stuff, and the way concrete is cracked whenever it, you know, just little tiny details like that. I get a lot of inspiration from that. Movies is another thing. Excuse me, good gracious. Oh man, I'm gonna have to condense that from, like, big scale, like looking out, like, I'm bored, I want to travel an hour and go out, like, that's not a thing right now. So what I'm gonna have to do is go around my immediate, like, mile radius of my house, because that's kind of where I'm gonna whatever, and just kind of walk around and just kind of be present, be in the now, and just take it all in and just accept what's kind of happening right now. Everything's fine, everything's gonna be okay. Just simply use what's around me and use this situation at hand to improve, not only my art, not only for, like, stay within the community, but to, like, cope with this depression, cope with the fact that my mom is a big cause of a lot of my fucked up noggin, you know what I mean? Find some solace in this whole situation. That's the objective. Just to find some sort of peace within myself. I want to find some sort of, like, the ultimate goal for out, like, long term. I don't want this, like, seasonal depression to be so powerful. I don't want it to have as much power as it does over me right now. And to be honest, within, like, rewind 4 years ago, it had all the power over me. Like, it's had so much power over me. But as the years go by, it gets less and less and less. So the objective is for it to be, like, gone. Like, completely gone if I can help it. It's just... it's going to take some work. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take a community of people. Just some loving, caring people around me and, you know, not around me. Just to help, you know. And, you know, like, ultimately, I never, ever want to tell this story, want to tell this, you know, tell my life story with expectations of, like, a pity party. I don't want a pity party. I don't want any of that. I want to be great, and I want to be great by my own terms, and my own definition of success is going to be defined within my life, and that's what I want. Is just, I want to be successful by my own terms, and I want to be happy within the confines of my life. And I want to let go of the things that just I can't control. And literally, the death of my mother in 2002 was her choice, not mine. It was hers, not my choice. So I have to slowly but surely, I'm learning how to teach myself that that's fact. That's factual information, that I had nothing to do with that. And that was her selfish act, and it was not me. I just want everybody to know that, hey, I'm okay, I'm alive, I'm kicking. Woo! And the car thoughts, the whole purpose behind the car thoughts, I want this to you know, this was a series, and it has been a series within the whole, you know, but now that I have a car, I want to do it more often, you know what I mean? So I like to take this, I like to use this as an opportunity to get kind of personal, and just, like, it's separate from art, but it's like the mind is what drives the art, correct? Like, the mind to the hand to the paper to the pen to the whole thing. The mind is what creates those things, and if you want to like delve into my mind and see kind of what's going on here separate from the art, like what drives the artist itself, you know, I figured this is a good way to expose you to this without, you know, without a tutorial of how to draw hands, because I don't know how to teach you how to draw hands. I'm not the best teacher, but maybe you can find some sort of inspiration to get you in gear by watching this type of video, maybe. I don't know what this will do for you. I have no idea. Just let me know, like, all I'm going to continue to do with this, with the car thoughts and the theme of this, this whole series type of deal, is just give you what's going on in the nog, you know? Like, and mostly it's to help me feel better. It's to, like, I journal. I write in a journal, and me writing in that journal how I feel and my expressions and like the stuff that's going on up here that I just feel like I can't tell anybody, I write it down and I feel a million times better. And that's the whole purpose behind this. But also it's to like to reach out to the less than 100 people that I have watching this video. Like, if you find something out of this, share it. You know, feel free to share it. Just feel free to use it and apply it however you see fit, and feel free to reach out if you care to. That's fine. I want you to have I want you, personally you, to wrap this whole thing up. I want you to do the same thing that I'm doing. Evaluate your own situation. Evaluate the fact that you're not okay sometimes, and understand that that might be a seasonal thing for you. And just understand that, like, get a grip on what causes it to happen. Get a grip on, like, what is causing this crap, because I deserve to be happy. And that's as simple as it is. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be successful by your own terms. Like, you define what successful is. You define ultimately your life is under your control. And, you know, like, again, my mom had all the power in her own life to take her own life. That's what she chose to do. It's not my fault. It's not. What I'm saying is I want to end with a positive note and just do something awesome. Just do something great. Do something brilliant for yourself, for others, for, like, here's something to close with. I don't remember exactly who it was, who did the quote, who said whatever, but people want to change the world. People want, like, these kids, these, you know, me included, want to just change the world. But start within yourself. You have to start within yourself. If you wake up in the morning and don't fix your bed in the morning, how can you expect to fix someone else? If you don't even make your own bed, if you're incapable of making your own breakfast, if you're incapable of, like, controlling you and maintaining your little life that you have, what good are you to someone else, right? So do that. Start with yourself. Start by making your own bed and start analyzing what the hell makes you sad, what makes you happy, and, you know, act upon that. So I'm Hunter. My name is Hunter. This is the Hunt Studio. I hope you got some sort of information. This is Car Thoughts, episode whatever, it doesn't matter. We're revamping the series with Jimmy the Limp Daddy. That's what's up. I'm going to finish this hard seltzer here. I might sit here and finish it in the car. I don't know. But I'm going to finish this. It's now 1:16. I'm going to bed after this. So, see ya. Thanks for hanging out with me while I'm trying to fall asleep.